Welcome to this guide on Git configuration levels. Today, we are going to demystify how Git handles settings and customizations. We will explore the three main scopes: system, global, and local, and understand how they interact with each other. First, let's define what we mean by Git configuration. Git uses simple text files to store settings. These settings control everything from your display name and email address to technical details like which text editor opens when you write a commit message. You modify these settings using the git config command. Git looks for configuration in three specific places. These are known as scopes. They are system, global, and local. Each scope applies to a different breadth of operation, from the entire computer down to a single project folder. The broadest level is the system level. Settings here apply to every single user on the operating system and every repository they possess. The file is typically located in the etc. folder of the system. You generally need administrative privileges to change this, and most individual developers rarely touch it. Next is the global level. This is the most important one for you. It applies to your specific user account on the computer. Any setting you define here will be the default for all your personal projects. This is where you typically save your name and email address so you don't have to type them for every new project. Finally, we have the local level. This scope is specific to a single Git repository. The configuration file lives right inside the hidden .git folder of your project. Settings here only affect that specific project. This is perfect for when you need to use a work email for a company project, but keep your personal email for everything else. Now, what happens if you have settings in all three places? Git follows a simple hierarchy. The closer the configuration is to the code, the higher the priority. This means local settings override global settings, and global settings override system settings. Here is how you actually write these settings using the command line. You use flags like --global, --local, or --system. For example, git config --global user.name sets your name for all your projects. If you forget to add a flag, Git defaults to local. You can always check your current configuration by typing git config --list. This shows you all active settings. If you are confused about why a setting is active, add the flag --show-origin. This tells you exactly which file and which scope is controlling that setting. To wrap up, here are some best practices. Stick to global configuration for your identity and general preferences. Use local configuration only when a specific project needs to deviate from your norm. And generally, avoid system configuration unless you are managing a computer lab or a shared server.
If you like this video, hit that like button and don't forget to subscribe. Visit codelucky.com for more such useful content.